Hold up, y'all. It's your homeboy Justin. Actually, it's just Justin. And this is gonna be my last video for a while. And I'm sure y'all have sensed this. Actually, I'm not sure you have, but I'm just gonna be direct. I'm not going to assume that you did. I just do not feel like making these kind of videos on YouTube anymore, at least for the time being. I'm trying to, how do I say this? Okay. So, for me, in this place that I'm in right now, in my life, one of the reasons that I started my YouTube channel, honestly, not low key, but high key, was to figure out if it's even possible to make money off of YouTube. And I figured out that you can. I've been able to make about, I would say, a tank and a half of gas, depending on where you live, a month. Which is cool, because about every 3 months I get about $100 or so. I don't care if you guys know that, but that's just what it is. What has developed from this channel has been a cool, I would say, small sense of community among some of the people who comment frequently or who I've been able to interact with. Speaking of interactions, I know that I have been able to inspire a lot of people either to begin a lock journey, to help them as they already have started a lock journey, and that has been great. That has been a very rewarding part of this channel and what it has allowed me to do in terms of my impact outside of just the city of Wichita and around the world, all the way to Germany and Brazil and Australia and even in the United States to Dallas and like in Texas and all over. So that's cool. That's cool. That's the power of the internet, is that we're able to share our stories and share our lives with people and see how we interconnect. Some things that I myself personally have kind of dealt with starting a YouTube is with the heightened visibility it has. And this isn't a reason why I'm stopping. I'm just letting you guys know some things that have happened since I've started YouTube. Is that it has provided some opportunities like sponsored content videos and just sponsored videos on some things, which have been cool. There was the watch contest, there was the Smile Brilliant endorsement. So those were cool opportunities that have happened since then. But me, as a person who was a gifted and talented child growing up through the school system, whose attention span was one that got bored quickly and easily, especially once he was able to figure out how to do something and do it very quickly, is that I get bored. And I think with particularly this channel and the way that it exists in its current form, I am bored. Even I don't know, some people be like, well, just switch it up, change your format, do something different, edit it differently, change how you write it, or, do different topics and talk about, different people when they dreadlocks. And those are things that I want to do. I think that as far as the hair goes, I still love my locks. I'm going to keep them. I'm not going to cut them or anything like that, at least not currently, not like very soon. I don't know, never say never. Something may happen, I don't know. But I don't want to do it. Also, there is a jealousy involved that I will admit of other YouTubers. I'll be specific, not to put them on blast or to shade them, but just to be honest about how I'm feeling. I think that because how I am as a person, I'm not as relatable in what I do. And I think that and I also think, I was talking to my friend Anisha about this. We had a whole 3-hour conversation, not about this specifically, but just along that conversation, I brought this up and we talked about it. Growing up, I have been a person, although I am a black man, we'll say black gay man, and I am part of the greater black diaspora, I do not necessarily identify with as many different elements of being black as other black people do. And for me, that's a double-edged sword. Even when I was growing up, I never necessarily hung out with the black groups of kids or the groups of black kids, just because I didn't necessarily identify with them in the way that they presented themselves and the way that they expressed themselves. I was just that kid that was like, and growing up, because I was a light-skinned black dude, I talked the way I talked, and I was in a military brat too, so I was always moving. So I never really had a sense of growing up in one particular area or one particular culture. I was growing up in a military culture, which isn't necessarily black culture. I mean, there are pockets of it, but at the same time, I'm in elementary school and middle school, and everyone is different. So I don't really, the moment that I reached a sense of what my identity is as a black person, that wasn't really until college, honestly. So that's 18 years. 18 years is a long time. And so I say that to say that because the way that I express myself through my blackness is not necessarily what is most common or what people would identify more easily with, I think that inhibits my reach in terms of what I do here on YouTube, specifically when it comes to dreadlocks. I will also say the fact that I wear makeup is a deterrent to some people, because they're just like, what the fuck is this gay dude doing wearing, makeup and brow, all the shit and whatever, right? So there's that. Those are some reasons that I could see why I may not be as visible, even though I was making content and trying to, do stuff and yada, yada, yada. But back to the other thing, and I'll be completely honest, is that for me, you can only do as best as you can do, and you can only do what you want to do, at least on YouTube. You can fake the funk, and I tried doing that. Actually, you saw that 2 videos ago. I tried faking the funk, and I just can't do it. You have one life to live. I don't want to spend it putting on a front or putting on a facade of something that you guys want me to see, that I think you guys want to see, and then do that instead of just being authentic about how I'm feeling in the moment and making a video about whatever it is. Speaking of being in the moment, Seba Trey, you just did a Loc community meeting video, which I love those videos because it's cool to it's like putting a pause on where the community as a whole is, at least in pockets of YouTube with Locs specifically, and just kind of checking in and asking some questions and kind of directing and guiding conversation about some topics that he wants to talk about. Because I can't talk today. Another question he was saying was, how do you feel about as a locker? Connection to other lockers, connection to the community. He was talking about when people were saying the love, is it real or fake when people say like, I love the Loc community, or I appreciate the, like fam, all those things. I can only speak for myself. I appreciate the support that I get from people who take the time to engage with my content, to really respond. Well, I be asking questions in the videos and people don't even comment. And I'm just like, why would you not comment? I like to engage. I like a give and take. I go, you go, I go, you go, plum, 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 like that kind of thing. But that's whatever. But I do think that there is a level of admiration in the community of people in the Locs and of what people are doing. I know that when people comb through their locks or comb out their locks or cut their locks, there's usually a large, not outcry, what's the word? A large reaction from, the subscribers or just people who watch those channels and those YouTubers or Instagrammers or whatever. And so that is definitely a thing. But I can also see why people kind of just capitalize on using that as a tool to gain subscribers and whatever. So it's a lot of things. I don't know. I also don't really care. Another question that Seb was asking about was trust. And it's like, how do you trust the information that people put out there? For me, I look at the person's hair. Or I look at the person's, I look at the source. So like right now I got people at one of my jobs who are trying to, who have an opinion that I can't sing or that I can't play the piano. What's interesting and funny about that is that you have to look at the source. The people who have those kinds of opinions are people who are not musically trained and people who cannot play any type of instrument. So it's invalid. You can have an opinion, it can also be invalid, okay? So, you know, information is good. You have to be informed before you can make an opinion. You can't just say things, you know. But I mean, you can have emotion behind it. That's great. I'm glad you're passionate about it, but at the same time, it's invalid. So in terms of hair, I look at the person's hair. Do the locks look nice? Do they look moisturized? Are they telling me to use this product? Does it look like it's working for them? And if it's working for them, then I guess, yeah, I'll probably use it. If it's working for you. Like when I did the lock balm, I used it. I liked the results. So I told people about it, and someone was like, oh, I'm glad you tried that. I was unsure about the comments underneath the lock balm thing, but I think since, you know, seeing you use it, I think I will try it too. So you just have to, for me, it's just using the source and looking at the source of the information that you're getting. So if what they're doing is working for them, then trust them. But if it looks like they're not even using the thing they're talking about, I won't trust it. But that's just me. But I just want to talk about that. But yeah, with this channel, I do not want to fake the funk no more. I don't want to pretend. I also time. This takes a lot of time to do this, y'all. It takes, for me, filming alone, like the setup, and now because this is not for y'all necessarily. This is more so for me. I like doing the full face of makeup and making myself look very presentable for the videos because I like how I look in the videos with the makeup on. If I do not do that, if I don't cut my hair, I don't look as good as I could. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't change the content of the video. At the same time though, it's a visual medium. So you are looking at me, which means that what you're gonna see is going to kind of it's going to affect how you take in the information. You know what I'm saying? It's psychology, you know. Doing that before every video, before I shoot a series of videos, takes a lot of time and effort. And then editing the video can take anywhere from like an hour and a half, 2 hours, up to 3 hours. So that's more time. And then it takes about 3 hours because of my slow internet access for it to upload to YouTube. And then I also have to make an Instagram thumbnail and edit the description box of what the video is going to be about and tags and all that stuff. It has, you know. So all of that work for 4 to 8 videos a month to only yield about $35. You could see why I could be spending my time doing something more productive and making more money. Because again, this is coming from the reference point, the frame of reference that I did this to make money, right? Okay. All the other stuff has been very good and appreciative residual effects. So people connecting, people complimenting, people sharing their stories of their lock journeys and their struggles and their hair stories, all great things. But I do not want to continue making YouTube videos in this format about hair and yeah, like I just can't. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. I can't. I wish I could, but I can't. So raise a glass to freedom, something you will never see again. So with all that said, I'm trying to make sure that I've said everything that I want to say. And again, I'm going into my last year of my master's program. I'm getting a master's in music performance, if you didn't know that, percussion. So the time that it takes to do YouTube right now, I need to put to that. As much as I was in it last year, I could have been more in it, and I know that this is an area that was taking up time that I could have been putting towards my performance and my studies. And so I need to do that to be as successful as I want to be in music, especially going after college. I need to be committed 100%. There's no more than 100. I don't know why people say that. You're like, gotta be 120%. You need to give me 200%. I'm like, bruh, I can only give you 100% of my energy because that's all I have, okay? So I need to commit more of my energy to that, okay? And this because of all those reasons, and especially because I just am bored of doing this, I can't do it no more. Do not think that it is because it's your fault. I don't want you to be guilty. Don't feel guilty, okay? Okay, I love y'all, but do not feel guilty. This is not your doing. This ain't your fault, child. It ain't your fault. But I gotta move on. I gotta move on. As someone who likes to travel, as someone who likes to jump from thing to thing to thing, I can't. I think I'm at a plateau. I'm stagnant right now. Like, even with the revenue of the channel, it's become very stagnant the last like year. So I tried changing the way I did stuff. I tried uploading more frequently. I tried doing it weekly. I tried doing twice a week, you know. Same results. And so that's fine. But doing the same thing, getting the same results is the definition of insanity. And I ain't trying to do that. Or expecting different results is the definition of insanity. So, and I tried different things and got the same results. So I'm good. So with that said, I guess I'll say this for the last time for a minute, but if y'all have any questions, if you guys have any parting words you would like to tell me, leave them in the comment section below. I read everything you guys write, so let me know what you want to say. You know, this isn't going to be the last time, but it's going to be the last time for a long bit of time. Maybe I'll come back when I got a break and I could do a quick video. I don't even know what it'll be about. I don't know what kind of stuff or content I want to create for this thing. Also, if you guys haven't checked out Evelyn of the Internet's video about this is not sustainable, that video has so much truth. So many gems are in that video about people expecting, and even the way that people edit videos now, it's such a way where the pacing is super fast. It has to be like, it just has to be snap, 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 think. Like it can't take its time. So that's just another reason why I don't like it. You know, clickbaity titles, clickbaity videos, content about people just doing them. I bought this from Amazon. I'm gonna try on 5 pairs of shorts from this. I bought 5 things of Instagram. This is what I'm going to do. Ooh, look, this new thing came out. What do you guys think about this? Ooh, this person's got dreads now. What do you think about that? I just don't wanna be in that system no more. I don't want to do it. But yeah, if you guys want to follow me on any other type of social media, I'll still post on Instagram. I'll still, you know, share my little stories on Snapchat of what's going on in my life there. So if you guys want to keep up with me on a daily basis, follow me in those things, okay? All of the links are in the description box below. And I would say subscribe because new videos are posted every Monday. But I will say subscribe and turn on the notification button, because the next time I upload something, even though it may not be hair related, I want you guys to still be involved and I want you to know what I'm doing, okay? So there's that. With that, I would like to raise a glass. Do you guys have your, this is rum actually, spiced rum. Cause I can't do vodka like that, but rum is good. But I want y'all to raise a glass, or if you have whatever you drink, and it could be juice, it could be milk, it could be a coconut water, if you will. But this is to the channel, this is to the things it has brought me in terms of, you know, opportunities, visibility, and also the connection with all of you viewers and the 5,117 subscribers I think I have right now. I mean, I know in the last video I said I didn't care about that, but at the same time, it's a lot of people who chose to follow me on this journey with my locks. So this is to you. Thank you. And I guess until next time, I will see y'all when I see you. Yeah, that's all I got to say. So yeah, I guess that's it. If you want to watch the last video right there, you can do that. That's my link check of 5 years. I mean, we made it to 5 years of Locs. It's a lot of time. There's also, I'm just going to put all of the uploads there. So you can go through the whole catalog, subscribe icons there. And until next time, y'all, keep it locked. Ooh, that burn. Peace.